I have a video production business and I don't know why, but I'm looking at these shelves full of camera gear and actually feel overwhelmed. Maybe you found yourself here too, like no space for creativity, just gear. I feel bad that I bought some of it and now it just sits here in crates or cases, like literally thousands of dollars just collecting dust. I haven't touched some of it for years, honestly. I should probably just get rid of this stuff. Like this DJI Ronin M, old bulky camera cages, DJ lights. What was I even doing? It's kind of like having a messy desk. More mess, more stress type of thing. But it made me think that if I were starting over, just starting my video business again and was investing in gear, this is the only gear I would need to start making good money. In fact, now that I've found my niche and my targets that I go after with my production business, I'm going to shoots and sets with very minimal gear setup anyway. I'm mostly shooting for social media and website content for clients that don't require huge sets. I think a lot of production is trending that way now anyway. Faster production for quick turnaround video. If you want to start making money in video, this is all the gear you need to get going and grow your client list and build from. So I've been doing a lot of my productions on the Lumix S5 IIx, and there's quite a few reasons why I think the S5 IIx is actually a great camera to get going with video production, especially small scale video production. I'm just gonna go over a few reasons why in this video, but if you wanna check out more videos about the S5 IIx, make sure you check out this playlist that's popping up right here. The first reason why I think the Lumix S5 IIx is the perfect camera to get going and build from in video production is because of that 6K open gate video shoot setting. So basically what that 6K open gate setting is you are recording with that full sensor readout. So both vertical and horizontal full readout of that sensor. So that's gonna allow for a few different things. First of all, you have that full vertical resolution. And so if you need to crop for like reels or shorts or TikTok videos, you have that full sensor readout. You don't need to turn the camera to get your vertical shot. And you can actually set frame markers on your monitor, on your camera, so that you can see how you're framing up your shot. But not only that, it's gonna allow you to get that horizontal resolution as well. So if you need somebody that needs more of a traditional 16:9 cut of the video that you're shooting, you can get that shot within that same file. You don't have to shoot it one way one time and then turn the camera vertical to get it a second time. You can get everything in that one shot and then crop it in editing if you need those different aspect ratios. But I'm gonna add this as well with that 6K open gate, is that you have a ton of punch in, zoom out. So if you need multiple cuts of like an interview talking head like this, and you're gonna be editing in like a 1080 HD timeline, you have a ton of space to really zoom in and zoom out to make some clean cuts during that talking head, as well as some nice zoom in and out during your B-roll as well. So that feature alone, that 6K open gate, shooting that way for these productions and getting multiple cuts out of the same shot, I feel like that alone is worth it. But then you also have like USB-C to SSD recording. So what that means is that is a very inexpensive way to get a ton of storage for your files. So a lot of times SD cards, the faster they are, the more expensive they are, but you're able to get some SSD drives like the SanDisk or the Samsung T5 for fairly inexpensive with a ton of storage space. And what that's gonna allow you to do is just have a ton of record time on those drives. And then if you need to, you can just start editing right from that drive as well. And that's also gonna speed up your production time. There's a lot of other record settings that are great for this USB-C to SSD recording. I'm not gonna get into a ton of those right now. You can check out this video that's popping up on your screen. But the fact that you can record straight to an SSD drive is huge when it comes to production. Another reason why the S5 IIx is honestly a great camera to get rolling with is just the color profiles that you have on this camera. So you have Panasonic's V-Log, which is gonna give you 13 to 14 stops of dynamic range. So if you have some high dynamic range images that you're dealing with, that V-Log is gonna take care of a lot of those issues. But if you really wanna speed up the process, you can shoot with the real-time LUT, which is V-Log based, but you apply your own color LUT, and that way it burns it into the image, and basically you can take that image, put it in the editor, cut it, and then it's ready to go. And all these features really help speed up that production process for quick turnaround. And that makes clients really happy. The last thing I'm going to touch on with the S5 IIx is that you have a ton of professional cinema camera features with the S5 IIx. So you have things like waveform, zebra stripes, luminance spot meter, histogram. Just all of these features will take care of themselves in the camera where you don't have to have like an external monitor. You can use the camera as is with all these pro features. So the S5 IIx is a great camera to get started with video production for your business. The next piece of gear is a 24 to 70 millimeter f2.8 lens. Panasonic has a great lens, Sigma has a great 24 to 70, and really I would say you could probably do like 80 to 90% of your projects just with this lens. It's a great focal length. You have 24 millimeter, which is pretty wide. Then it zooms to that 70 millimeter, which is going to give you some telephoto features. And this is a type of lens that you can keep on your S5 IIx and you never take it off. Eventually, you're probably going to want to invest in some other lenses, but right now, the 24 to 70 millimeter is really the only lens that you will need to get going with video production. So for interviews at that 35 millimeter or 50 millimeter, those are good interview focal lengths. And then at f2.8, it's not gonna totally obliterate the background. And so it's gonna give you some good separation on a full frame camera like the S5 IIx, but it's not gonna totally destroy the background to where it looks awkward during that interview. But then the 24 to 70 with those different focal lengths is a fantastic B-roll lens. And like I said, you're gonna be able to cover most productions with the 24 to 70 millimeter. The next piece of gear that you're gonna want right off the bat to invest in is some type of mic. Now you could go with like a shotgun mic that's gonna be up here, or you could go with like a lapel mic like this. But when you get started, you're gonna wanna learn how to shoot interviews. And so you're gonna have to capture that audio. And then obviously with the different mics come possibly some cables. Like the shotgun mic, you're gonna need an XLR cable. Usually these lapel mics come with some input for your camera, but just know that at the beginning, you might need some cables to go with your microphone. But invest in a good mic so that you have great audio when it comes to your productions. And then also right off the bat, you're gonna want to invest in at least one key light. Now, a lot of these lights nowadays, they're the LED, they're like slimlined, they're super compact. You don't need these huge domes, but invest in a versatile, easy to use key light. And then obviously with that, there's gonna be stands that you're gonna need to invest in as well. And the thing with the light is I would get probably like a bicolor light. That means it's gonna range from extreme daylight color, like 5600 Kelvin to all the way to like 3200 Kelvin. Then here's where I would go from that. The very next investment after these things, it's going to be another light. It's not gonna be another lens. It's not gonna be another mic. It's not gonna be another camera. It's gonna be another light. With at least one light, you're gonna be able to, have that key light, and then maybe you could use like a window or something as a backlight. But once you invest in another light, that's when the depth of your image really starts to take shape. Other lenses, other cameras, that'll come down the line, don't worry. Make your next investment another light. So really some things that if I could go back and really do things different, kind of start over with my video production business, I would not worry about things like gimbals. I would not worry about things like monitors. I wouldn't worry about building a huge rig with V-mount batteries right now. I would go the S5 IIx, a 24 to 70 millimeter, a good mic, and a good light. Those 4 things. But some of those extra things like gimbals and monitors, those are things that you can obviously work towards, but getting started with that simple setup helps you focus on really the important things of the videos that you're making. So things like the story, things like creativity, and obviously the editing piece of it. So let me know what you think in the comments. What's one piece of gear that you bought that now just sits on your shelf? Is there anything that you would add to this list to help somebody get started? Let's get that conversation started down in the comments. If you want to learn more about Lumix cameras and how to make money with them, make sure you hit that subscribe button down here because I have a ton of Lumix content on this channel. Now in this video, I talked about getting started and making money with your S5 IIx. And this video that's popping up right here, it's a whole video where I give you some packages to steal and start pitching to your clients. These are ones that I created and use all the time for my clients. So go to this video right here, steal these packages, and start making money. I'll see you over there.